Hello Leo, welcome to your February 2014 Runescope. My name is Amanda. I also have my statue of the goddess Aphrodite here for the month of February for Valentine's Day. Hopefully she can lend her energy to the readings. Also, as always, I want to just mention that you can also watch the video for your rising sign if you know it to get a bit more information about some other themes and things you may be dealing with in February. I also did record an overview of all of 2014 for Leo. If you want to check that out, just click on the name Runescopes under this video. That'll take you to the main page for my channel, and you can find those underneath these videos for February. Also, of course, the only way to get an accurate reading for you specifically is to schedule a private consultation. I do those on Skype, and they are $65 for a half-hour reading. Just drop me a line below this at the email address below this video if you want to set that up. But let's jump into February here, Leo. Let's see what is going on. For February, I think you're going to be focused on it. There's been a lot of shifts and changes in your life, Leo. These all started last year, but I feel like they have carried through to 2014, and now you're just kind of trying to maybe catch up on sleep, catch up on rest, catch up on, you know, other areas of your life, and make sure everything is on the everything's where it needs to be. I think is what this is coming at me as. For some of you, there may be like some legal, you may get a message in February regarding a legal case or a legal situation that you've been dealing with. And it may not be news that you want to hear. You know, it may delay something. You know, this may be a disappointment or a delay of some sort around a legal case, but this is actually good because Mercury's retrograde in February. So you don't really want to sign anything or settle anything during a Mercury retrograde. Unless, of course, this is something that was started earlier and it's now coming back around. But, you know, I would still probably hold out till March before you make a decision on something if you can. For some of you, this could just be news coming about, you know, that from someone that's disappointed you. And maybe they delayed telling you about something and it comes as a surprise to you. For others of you, you may just be trying to press ahead, and this is kind of similar to what Aries got as well. You may be trying to push something ahead faster than it can go right now, and that could damage the outcome. So just be aware of that. Kind of use February to take a step back and try not to push things forward too much in February. Otherwise, you may not be happy with the result that you get from, you know, sometimes trying to progress too quickly before things or other people in situations are ready can be detrimental. You have to take other people's feelings into account, and I think that's what you're kind of dealing with in February. The good thing is, though, you have a lot of protection around you regarding the shifts and changes that you have made in your life. You're being spiritually guided to make these changes. However, not everyone in your life may see may see things that way. They may feel like you're causing drama or that you're just starting problems. And that may be the feedback that you're getting from your family, particularly your mother or people connected with your mother's side of the family. Just be aware that in February you could get some feedback from that side of the family that, you know, is rather harsh and you feel critical. You know, your best course of action is to just not involve yourself with that. And again, for those of you who are looking to move, looking to make a big jump, whether it's personally or professionally, February is not really the month to do that. You're going to want to hold off. It's going to cause more harm than hurt in some way. And it could be that it's because, you know, there's another opportunity coming in the spring that's going to be better for you. And spring's not that far away now that we're into February. Here in North America anyway, in the Northern Hemisphere. We're getting ready to head into our spring. So if not, if it's not spring where you live, I'm seeing March and April being prime times for Leo to move ahead with plans. That at this time they're just not quite ready. Things are not quite in place. So don't be over eager to push things through that haven't quite finished cooking. Don't take that turkey out of the oven before it's done cooking. There, Leo. Help you're going to receive in February, I feel, comes from money that's been delayed. Looks like you're going to get some sort of financial backing, financial help if you need it. There's a male around that's going to help you. This could be a family member or your partner. Somebody's going to be carrying the financial burden or helping you out with finances. Whereas before, this may have been a rough spot for you. It looks like you are going to be able to get some help with that in February. If there is somebody in your family that you can approach for this, or that and you need help financially, do this in February, because they're going to be able to help you out. And they'll be patient about getting it back. So, I mean, they'll understand that it'll be a little while. And I do think you will pay them back, Leo. It's just going to be a little while. You're going to have to get some things in order. So if you're in that situation, most definitely ask a family member or close friend for help financially. For those of you that if somebody was seemed really interested in you for a job and then just kind of disappeared, or if that's what you encounter in February, don't worry, because I think that person's coming back. It's just there have been delays, and again with Mercury retrograde, communication breakdowns and that sort of thing can cause delays. So don't get too over anxious if you've interviewed for a job and you don't hear back. You don't want to sign anything again in a Mercury retrograde anyway. You want to wait till February's over. So that's actually a blessing in disguise, even though it may be frustrating to you in the moment because you need money. It's going to be better that you sign when things are clear and out in the open and Mercury is direct in March. What has to be accepted about February is that, I think that some hidden things that you've been trying very hard to kind of keep to yourself just because you knew the drama that it would cause, those things may come out. And I think it's best that those things come out, because people can't really help you with your problems if they don't know what those problems are. So that could be the situation that you're dealing with in February, is that maybe at first you're like, oh, I really wish that nobody knew about that. But then it comes out, and then, you are actually able to finally talk about something that was bothering you, or it's beneficial in some way that this come out. Okay. I also think for February, Leo, a lot of you are going to be kind of having a chance to rest, kind of hang around the house a lot more. And that's kind of where you want to be, but that you're going to get some very intuitive flashes about things, or just some eureka moments about things that maybe you didn't realize or just weren't seeing clearly. You're going to see them clearly. I think you're gonna have a very stellar Valentine's Day. I think your honey's gonna ask you out. For those of you that are coupled, definitely going to be a very positive Valentine's Day. There's something very creative about whatever, if you come up with it for your partner or if they come up with it for you, there's a very creative aspect to this. So maybe they write something for you, write your poem or song or something. It's very sweet. You know what, Leo, don't be critical. If somebody, maybe it's not the best song ever written, maybe it's not the best poem ever written, but there's no, try to turn your critical voice off, and just be, appreciative. Because, there's that inner critic may just be like, oh, but revel in the moment that this person is really, it's heartfelt, whether or not it's the best thing ever. Okay. Some of you may be trying to get pregnant. If you are trying to conceive, Valentine's Day may be a good time to try. For those of you who are having difficulties, I mean, it could be that you may need to seek like outer help with this. You know, if you've tried to conceive and maybe you haven't gone down that road yet, it may be worth it just to kind of talk to somebody. And I think you may be thinking about that in February, or discussing it with your partner. Maybe talking with somebody, meeting with some people about other ways you can go about as far as having children. I think there may be something in February. Either you have a party or you have kind of a group get together. In February, you may have some people over to just kind of hang out, have some fun. And for those of you who are single, you may do something with a group on Valentine's Day. Go out and have a good time. I see you going out and having a very positive attitude, Leo, even if you're single, you know, maybe especially if you're single. There's something about being single on Valentine's Day that everybody's like, oh, I'm sorry, but really, you know, you don't have any expectations placed on you. You don't have to buy anybody anything. You're not waiting and expecting anything. There's a lot of hoopla placed around that one day. And if you're single, you can kind of just go out with your friends and have a good time. And I see a lot of you doing that. Some of you may meet somebody on Valentine's Day or later in the month. I mean, if you don't go out on Valentine's Day, but go out have a group outing planned later in the month, it's very possible that some of you single Leos could meet somebody new. And I think this relationship, though, will really kind of take off in March, because it could be, again, with Mercury retrograde, that things are kind of delayed. Some of you may be dealing with gossip centered around your relationship or your partner. Again, this may be going back to the family situations, just negativity and stuff being directed at you from your family or from your partner's family. You know, and maybe I guess what they're saying here is don't perpetuate that. Like, don't add to it. Maybe it's best to withdraw and not, you know, because I mean, if you're with the person that you know you're supposed to be with, you don't have anything to prove to anyone. If you're getting out of a situation that you know you had to get out of, you don't have anything to prove to anyone around you. That's your decision, not theirs. It's your life, not theirs. So, I mean, don't kind of perpetuate that kind of negativity by contributing to it or playing into it or you know, hurling negative back at it. It's really just a waste of your time to invest any time in that sort of thing. You know, just let things unfold as they may. Let your happiness be the final go to hell for any naysayers. So that is what I see for February, Leo. Good luck. Have a wonderful Valentine's Day, and I will see you back here again in March.